Welcome CNG 132. I saw there were still some issues with the ISOs and file sizes. These file sizes, these ones are uploading right now. I don't know if you can see the upload time. It's going to take an hour and 46 minutes. Um, what I can do is try to go into Google Drive, Win10 ISO. Let's verify that's the same thing. Where's my ISOs at? So I used Windows 10 Educational Disk 6848120. So that's the exact same one that I have. I put enter key in later. So when I start, let's go through the process of making it. Yeah. So as you see, I already made one. I'll create another one. Virtual machine, typical. I have it pointing to my ISO, where my ISO is located. So that's the exact same one that you guys have there. 6848120 ISO. I clicked next. I don't put in the key. Windows 10 Education. We can put in. I put in student for the last one. We can put in student again. Student. And then we click next. Virtual machine name. Windows 10. We'll put fall CNG 132. Oops. So once again, have it pointed to the ISO where it's located. And then I drop this down to like 20, just because I know we're not installing a lot of things on here. You can leave it as a default and split the disk up into multiple files. Next, and then as you see here reviewed, it has it's NATed 20 gig hard drive, 2 gigs of RAM, and then when you click finish, it should start installing it, but it shouldn't ask you for a key code. I can get pretty far in mine without it asking for a key code, so I don't know what is kind of going on there. I will keep looking at the Kavuto accounts through emails to see if I can't get any more answers, any more thing. Another way to do this would be go to, let me see if I can find it. Windows 10 installer. Using the Windows tool, upgrade this PC. Use tool to create installation media. So here's the Microsoft.com website. You can also use this to create your own ISO file, your USB flash drive. I will leave a link to this also because it may be quicker than Google might be throttling the downloads. Since it is free, I pay for some storage, but it's free, mostly free. But you can make your own installer also using ISO files from Windows itself, so you can get a copy of your Windows. Long term, you'll still need a key at some point, but as long as you have an ISO file, you just make another virtual machine and start over again. That's why we do a lot of the. This is the first couple of projects. We start a virtual machine, we make a virtual machine. Later on, as you see at the top of the projects, it says to do labs in virtual machines. A lot of this software we use, it's free, so its functionality is maybe not the best. It can crash your operating system, and therefore, when you're working in a virtual environment, such as the virtual the VMware workstation or a VirtualBox, if you crash a VM in there or blue screen it, it doesn't matter so much because it's just a virtual machine. Basically, you delete it, go into Documents, as I just showed you, go into Documents, delete it, and make a new one. So with that, I will put up another link. I'll put up the link that Microsoft that I just closed, so you guys can get VMs working. And if anything, I'll try to figure out a way to get everyone a. Oh, I know. I think I have an idea. I think I can compress that file, make it smaller, and get a faster download. I will try some things, but don't worry. Like I said, if you get a 0, or if I mark a 0 for this week, I think I'll just have essays to keep or essays to read. If you do get a 0 on any assignment, make sure to get that assignment in any class you take with me. I want you to get the grade that you work for. So I just leave that open. I know real life can get in the way, and I do take an account for and the due dates for that. I know one person mentioned they're moving. I understand. So just to make sure, don't slack off to the end of the semester and build yourself a huge hill to climb, but take it as a week at a time. And if you get it in, great. If you don't, realize that you should get it in as soon as possible. And I think that's all for Tuesday. Bye.